Happy Monday, Wonder Fanatics. Did you guys have a good weekend? Yeah. It's a good weekend. Today's Monday, January 27th, 2025. Pretty low-key Monday, right? Nothing big happened over the weekend. Nothing important. Nothing eventful. Nothing we didn't foresee coming. Pretty mild-mannered weekend for me. Didn't have anything that raised my blood pressure. Nope. Pretty chill, clean my room, went to the hardware store. Yup. Pretty chill. Oh, the Chiefs played in AFC Championship. They won. But we knew that was going to happen. Why have the game? That's of many questions I have to ask. But before I do that, hey, everyone, welcome to the Wunderfan show. I'm totally fine, by the way. I'm not wounded at all. I'm your host, Henry Markin. And this, of course, is sponsored by the Wunderfan app. Probably, and certainly, not probably, I say this with certainty, it is the greatest fan rewards app out there. I say probably because I'm sure there's a couple fan rewards app, across, the various countries that I haven't heard of, and it would be ignorant of me to say that it's the best but guys, it's definitely up there in the best in the world. It has to be. It's so good. The Wunderfan app is literally the first app in its kind to reward people with cash rewards and cash vouchers for stuff you'd already be doing. I can't emphasize that enough. Wunderfan gives you the gifts of cash rewards, cash vouchers, money for stuff that you would be doing no matter what is going on in your life. For example, if you were going to go to the Chiefs game and you already knew that the Chiefs were going to beat the Bills because it was written in every scripture known to man, and you knew that your heart was going to be ripped out of your chest, and you knew that no matter what great plays Josh Allen could make on the field, and no matter what happened between the first and the fourth quarters, no matter what went down, you knew that the game was going to end like it did. Wunderfan users always win. No matter what disappointment, no matter what kind of pain sports will bring you, everyone wins while using the Wunderfan app. Download the Wunderfan app. Get paid for stuff you'd already be doing. Going to games, watching games from your TV, betting on games, scrolling and getting social media content in your face that we do. Our screen time is through the roof as a species right now. We're hitting unprecedented levels of screen time. I feel like that's probably not going to stop. Okay? You might as well make money from that. You can on the Wunderfan app. Okay. Let's address the elephant in the room. Why am I dressed like a referee? Well, I'm showing off my school spirit for my favorite team. Stripes. They played yesterday. Played a big role, of course. There's like 1,000 different things I could say right now. This is like the first time I didn't officially write like an itinerary for a show. I have certain things I have to bring up, like our ad reads and stuff. But I just figured this is best if I just speak, from the heart. I won't even use my brain. I'm just going to go right from this organ inside of me that is so broken, so crushed. Because I was saying for weeks, I told you what was going to happen. And it wasn't like I'm not this, like, I don't have a little crystal ball. I don't have this, I'm not a psychic, right? I have a reasonably normal amount of foresight. Like, I would say, as far as individuals who could see the future, I'm like right in the middle. I can't look at a tree and go, oh, yeah, in 2 weeks, yeah, you're not going to want to be in South Florida because bad news. No, I don't have that ability. I just have a regular critical thinking skill set, right? Like a regular person, a decent amount of creativity, some humor, and eyeballs that function and operate properly when I see stuff the information, it moves from my eyes to my brain, and it processes that information up here. I see things just like you do. This wasn't a remarkable call. Why? Because it's the same thing every year. I said this for weeks. I planted the seeds for weeks. I said, we're probably going to get Eagles Chiefs. Eagles was a better call because everyone was so in love with the Lions. And it's like, dude, you can't win a Super Bowl just trying to out testicle each other. I'll take the credit there. The Eagles call, that was, Eagles had the best defense, and it's probably no one's favorite call, but we knew that was going to happen. But I said forever, it doesn't matter what happens in these games because the Chiefs are going back to the Super Bowl. And granted, they only had to play 2 games in the playoffs because they got the 1 seed because they're doing black magic deals with the devil all year. But still, I knew no matter what happens, they were going to beat the Bills, likely the Bills, because that's who everyone wants to see. We were never going to get Lions-Bills. That just, as I said 3 weeks ago, that would just make way too much sense. We can't have nice things. We just can't, right? And the NFL, it functions like an entertainment program, right? More so than like sports. It's literally entertainment. So technically, and this happens before. This isn't the first time that the refs have been involved, and I don't even know if the refs were involved that much. Like there was only, I can count the amount of like marquee plays that definitely changed the game. The clearly incomplete pass. Well, actually, why don't we do that? But before I just say the refs are out scot-free, they're not. If we want to go through the calls that were made that were clearly, someone's in someone's ear, we can. And why don't we? Right? You have the incomplete pass. It was clearly an incomplete pass. In fact, if anything, it could arguably be a pick. But the fact that on the field, nope, they're still fighting for it. That's a Chiefs catch. It's a pretty critical play. What was that, right before half? And we're just gonna, it's a catch. Like they were still wrestling like 2 bears fighting over a salmon. And nope, that's Chiefs catch. It's stuff like that where it's just like, if it's close, the tie goes to the runner, that whole wives' tale that just ruins sports. I feel like that literally applies to the Chiefs. Like if it's close, give it to them, for TV's sake, right? Like the game before, the Eagles-Commanders game, there was a lot of calls that just weren't called. And Brady spoke up and said, well, I really appreciate that they're letting the guys play and not letting this be a ref show. Yeah, I agree with that. I think that came back to haunt people because there were a couple of times where the refs made a call or didn't make a call. And it's like, well, wait a second. Who's that benefiting? Right? It kind of worked both ways. For example, there was a couple times when a flag was thrown that could have prolonged a Bills drive. The flag was picked up, right? Because we don't want to make this a ref show. Flag was picked up. Didn't happen for the Chiefs. In fact, there's this one play that I think about a lot. It's like the 3rd and 8s, the 3rd and 5s. You see this happen. If Mahomes completes this big play, it doesn't matter what flag you throw because it's trumped by it, right? It's taken care of. But it's like they have these little like trap doors, right? These contingency plans, right? These escape routes. Like they're watching. It's not like they're going to throw it at nothing. These flags, I want to clear the air on that. These flags that happen, they're not flags, right? They're just looking for them harder. There's an argument to be made that every single snap, every time, there's a holding call always. There's a PI always. Just technically, there's an offsides almost always. There's probably a false start always, down to the microsecond, right? The millisecond, probably a false start. And there's probably an illegal formation or illegal man downfield always. There's probably on every single play in the history of football across NFL, college football, high school, there's probably a flag on every single play. The cool part is, for the most part, we don't call them unless they're like crazy egregious, like a DN's getting choked out by the guard. Or you got like, I don't know, the worst like jersey pull ever that you could see from Jupiter, right? But Every single play in the history of football, there's probably a holding call, right? My big problem with the Chiefs and their relationship with the refs is it's not like the refs are like making, like, it's not like they're throwing calls and getting penalties. They're not throwing flags at nothing. Every time that a flag is thrown, you can go back and say that's probably it's like a face mask. If it's clear face mask, or that's clearly a hold. But those kind of plays happen every time. They're just not looking for it until they need it, right? The last Eagles-Chiefs Super Bowl we got, which we are so happy to get another, it's going to be great. That Super Bowl was pretty much clinched by a holding call, a defensive holding that extended the drive. The Chiefs did not get stopped by the Eagles. The Eagles couldn't get the stop they wanted. Penalty, fresh set of downs, tie game, kick it, it's done, right? Or whatever. They kicked to win. It was done. Or however they won. That was continued by a defensive holding. Those happen every single play, like Sauce Gardner, CJ Gardner-Johnson, Cooper DeJean, the best in the league. Nobody on the Niners, not this year. Fred Warner. Everyone commits flags every single play, but you don't call them because you don't want this to be a ref show. You don't want to see all this laundry in the field, right? But that's why we're so frustrated, because it's like they're hyper-focused, right? It's like, okay, 3rd and 8, we need this drive to continue. We will call anything because they will happen. Kyle Shanahan has brought this up many times. The Chiefs probably hold on every single play, like every other team, by the way. But when it's against the Chiefs and it's against, teams that need a first down against the Chiefs, they're going to throw it, right? Bring it back. It doesn't go both ways. That's everyone's problem, because I keep seeing in comments, and I don't wear a freaking tinfoil hat. I don't do that. I believe in, I love sports. It's the fact that no matter what happens, it just seems all too convenient. It's getting way too predictable. Like, I shouldn't be able to know 3 weeks ago this is exactly what's like. There's no entertainment value in that. I shouldn't be able to tell you December 30th, the Chiefs are going to play the Bills, but the Chiefs are going to win because there's going to be a few questionable calls that goes in the Chiefs' favor. Like, who does that benefit? There can't be that can't be good for ratings. Or maybe it is. Maybe people are watching now to see the ref show, to see this whole thing. Is that what this is? Is it like a play on us? Like, we're going to watch because we want to see how wrong they are. And we're going to watch every Chiefs game because it's this experience, and we want to experience it for ourselves. Is that what this is about? I don't know. It's not entertaining. And for weeks, people are trying to rewrite history and say oh, would I kill for a Brady and Patriots dynasty right now? And at first I was like, no, wait, you can't do that. Like, at the time, we hated the Patriots. They were cheaters. They were deflating footballs and they were gross, and Brady was getting those calls. But then when you think about it, like, the Patriots also killed teams, right? You had guys like Sam Darnold saying, I'm seeing ghosts. The Patriots are winning 55-3 in games. The Chiefs don't kill anybody. The Chiefs play with their food because they're actually just quite mid. Patrick Mahomes is amazing. He's amazing. But everybody else on the Chiefs, and he makes everybody great. Patrick Mahomes makes everybody great, and Kelsey's amazing, and he's just so solid every year. But my question is, why this team? Why is the NFL so focused on making sure this team survives? There are way more interesting teams in the NFL to give immunity with impunity. Without a second thought. Yes, that's not a first down. Nope, Josh Allen did not get it. Why this team? I don't get it. And by the way, while we're talking about that, I'm sorry, but name me a bigger plant than Gene Steratore. What is the point of Gene Steratore sitting there joining Tony Romo and Jim Nantz when Nantz is like, and here it is, Tony, there seems to be some confusion here. Why don't we bring in Gene Steratore? Gene, what do you think? And Gene comes in and goes, well, I see a lot of grab here. They're going to call that every time, or they're going to do this. Like, I know why they do that, because it's sort of like what does the ref see and what are they looking at? And how can we have someone explain it to us like he's talking to a 4-year-old? I get it. Mike Pereira, they have one for every station. I get that. I understand. But what good does it do if Gene Steratore clearly says, well, it's a first down, I see a third of the football go over the marker, go over the line to gain, and they don't call it? Why bring him on? Why give him a microphone at all if he's just going to blue ball us with calls that should have been made, but shoot. Darn it. It's not the call on the field. And what's the point of an instant replay if you're just going to go back to the crap call you made? I mean, yeah, why tease us? Why tease us with the hope of that the call is going to change? Like, really? Like, it's just so frustrating because this is such a great sport. And it's so awesome to watch football. But this has never happened in any league where people are like lining up with their predictions, telling you exactly how it's going to go down because of factors that could easily be controlled. It's just so frustrating because we're all very optimistic about football. We all want really good. I sound like sad right now. I'm bummed. And it's the easiest bet in the world. Take the Chiefs. Do it again. Take the Chiefs again. They might Uno reverse us and be like, haha, we got you. Like, this could be the biggest rug pull in Vegas history where everyone's like, no, I give in. I'm doing my deal with the devil. And it's like 100% public is on the Chiefs. And Vegas is like, psych. Fly, Eagles, fly. God, wouldn't that be a bummer? If like the first Super Bowl that the Chiefs lose, everyone is actually on the Chiefs, but the team that beat the Chiefs is yet another team that most of America hates. Like, it was fascinating to me just how how few people actually wanted to see Eagles Chiefs, because we know exactly the game we're going to get. It's like 25 tush pushes, probably 8 or 9 different Kelsey, Mama Kelsey, Taylor Swift, the Eagles Chiefs lore, replays from the previous one, right? Because those are important. Probably have to go back to our roots with, a lot of ground game. Saquon is the only, Saquon Barkley being in the mix, I think is terrific. And everyone can get behind Saquon Barkley. That is 100% new and 100% easy to follow. Absolutely. Saquon Barkley going for 250 yards and getting like the people's MVP after all the media coverage we got surrounding the end of the running back era. This would be great. And that's the one difference between this Super Bowl and last Super Bowl, where, I mean, it was like, which Kelsey do you like more last time? And it's like, I got to root for boring team on both sides. And then I guess the Chiefs were just starting another three-peat, right? Or they were starting the 3. That was the first of, because they got that one. And then the Niners, which I'm still not fully recovered from. I never will in this one. But no, that's kind of all I got to say about that is when you look at a map and how for one second, it seemed like America was like, even today, January 27, 2025, where Americans like despise their neighbors on like a few political views. Like, a few political views can really make you hate your neighbor, which is ironic because didn't Jesus say, love your neighbor? And I don't know. I'm not going to throw religion in here, but you get my point, right? And we're tensions are high, right? The block is hot. Yet, I would say 98% of America did not want to see Eagles or Chiefs. The 2%, 1% are from Philly, The other 1%, Kansas City. In fact, I'm even sure those people didn't want to see the Eagles in there. Chiefs fans didn't want to see the Eagles in there. They probably want to see the Commanders. And Eagles fans probably would rather play the Bills. So we're talking about less than 1% of the nation wanted to see Eagles Chiefs. That's a damning sense of unification if I've ever seen one. Wow. I mean, that would have been such a win for America. Eagles Chiefs is not America. No, that's a win for, I guess, puppet masters of America, right? The string pullers of the country. A win for America, Eagles Bills. You got two blue collar. Nope, that's not true because Philly is very much a big city. I'll stop talking about that. Yeah, but Eagles Bills. That would have been great. Give me Saquon versus Josh Allen. Perfect. Love it. But nope. So much wrong. So much wrong with that. King of Birds is in the chat. Hi, sorry I cannot join, but let's go Eagles. Yep. I agree. I think you have to, yeah. It's clear. You want the Eagles to win. Do we bet on the Chiefs? I don't know. Luckily, we have 2 weeks of just insufferable media coverage until then. That's the worst part about all this too, is it's like you're opening up a new door of trouble, right? You have like all this anticipation, all this buildup, the Radio Row, the week prior, the commercials. It's all going to be it's all going to be the. Let's get a weird text. Oh, never mind. It's all going to be tough to stomach. Anyways, that's actually a great opportunity to say the phone lines are open, folks. Join the live show, 424-299-1235. That's 424-299-1235. You can leave a voicemail. If you don't want to talk to me now in the live show, you can call in, join the live show right now. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say about Eagles Chiefs, because did I tell you? I told you. You saw it. I couldn't have sprinkled the breadcrumbs any better. And I'm not like this Watson guy. I'm just a normal dude with an appropriately normal amount of foresight. Like, I forget when the garbage truck comes. That's how much foresight I have. I know it's Wednesdays. I know. No, that's inconclusive. It's either Tuesday or Wednesday. See, I have a normal amount of foresight. I can barely even keep track of stuff that I know is supposed to come. But I could have told you exactly how that game was going to go. And that's a problem. That's my last point. You want entertainment in the league. You want to fix games for entertainment purposes because, after all, NFL is just another form of entertainment. Fine. Give us something we haven't seen already. Quite literally, we're about to get a rematch of the same game. It's going to be the same. It might be the same thing that happens, right? Is the suspense just thinking one of two things? We're going to flip a coin. Is it the same game or is it a new game? If it's your absolute utmost mission to entertain us, why give us a plot we already know? There. Now I'm done. Okay. On to messages from your friends at Wunderfan. So, of course, Wunderfan is an app where you can only win right now and forever. We have some amazing brand partners on Wunderfan, some cash vouchers from Champion, Athleta, Lululemon, Starbucks, Southwest, the Orlando Magic, Airbnb, and tons more. Download Wunderfan, and if you go to a school that we're currently doing a campus takeover at, such as I think coming up, we're going to do the Oregon schools again in the Pacific Northwest, you can literally earn cash rewards just for walking on your campus. So if you're a college student, I download the Wunderfan app just in case we are mapping your college just by chance, and you could earn just by going to class, right? I mean, that's never been done. No one's paid you just to go to class unless your mom is like, you need to get your shit together. But for the most part, I don't think like a company does that. Right? We do. Also, we're doing these giveaways. Wunderfan giveaway alert. Wunderfan giveaway alert. We have a fantastic partnership with the Orlando Magic. So on the Wunderfan app, under the Wunderfan shop, not only do we have the option to earn Orlando Magic tickets, but under contest pages, because we have a lot featured on our contest page, you can win tickets to an Orlando Magic game. Yeah, we'll just give it to you. All you got to do is you got to enter the raffle on the Wunderfan app. Just hit 50 Wonder, just give away. You literally give Wonder. So we give you Wonder and you use your Wonder to join the raffle. And you'll be in a pool of people that are trying to win tickets for Orlando Magic games. And if we pull your number when we close the raffle, you're going to the game. Same thing with the Pro Bowl. I know it's not the Super Bowl, but the Pro Bowl is still exciting. We have an awesome giveaway with the Pro Bowl as well. We are giving away 2 tickets to the Pro Bowl on Sunday using the Wunderfan app raffle. You must enter the raffle and you must be following us on social media. So that's Wunderfan app on Instagram or Wunderfan on TikTok. We will pull from a pool. Look at that. Pull from a pool of people that are following us on social and have entered the raffle. It's an awesome contest, guys. The Pro Bowl is really fun. I think the Pro Bowl is a little salty if like your team just lost and you see your guy in there, because clearly you want your guy to not be playing the Pro Bowl because he's playing in the Super Bowl. But, you know, for everyone else like me whose team lost in December or November, if you're a Bears fan, Pro Bowl is really fun and it's on us. We're sending 2 people to the Pro Bowl. The raffle is going to end on Friday. We're going to announce the winner on Friday's show here live on the Wunderfan show. So you have until Friday to enter the raffle. Guys, Pro Bowl is fun. Like, if you could get past the idea that your team isn't in the Super Bowl, like, you know, Bills fans, Commanders fans, maybe the Pro Bowl is not so fun today because, you know, you're still raw. Sorry. We're all sorry, by the way, about that. We'd love to see Chiefs players in the Pro Bowl, but of course, that didn't happen because they're playing in the Super Bowl. Again, for as Tony Romo would say, oh, Jim, is it a Chief Pete? Is it a 3 Chief Jim? What do we call it, Jim? Tony. But yeah, enter the raffle on the Wunderfan app and follow us on social media. And we will, if we pull your name on Friday's show, you're going to the Pro Bowl. Yeah, that's it. That's the message. No strings, no no gimmick. You don't pay for anything. It's Wunderfan is free, even though you have no free will as an NFL fan anymore. Wish I was kidding. Okay. And last but not least, we have, of course, an amazing contest page full of games that you can play every single day in our Wunderfan Pick'em. Go to the Wunderfan contest page to see what action you can get. Literally, like, Wunderfan has all these different things you can do. And if you want to gamble on Wunderfan, but you don't want the stress of actually losing money, you can just wager Wonder. You can just wager the currency we give you to going to a game. And if you get your bets right, you win like a free burrito, right? I mean, you could literally win a free Chipotle or an Uber or risky, right? The stakes are so in your favor. The odds are in your favor. The stakes are so low. You could only win on Wunderfan. Like, it's the most stress-free, sweaty, less bets you could ever place. And it's all available on the Wunderfan app. So, yeah, download the Wunderfan app. And if you love to gamble, but you don't want, you know, if you love to gamble, but you don't like losing money, you just like the rush and the feeling of winning, but you do want to win something, the Wunderfan Pick'em Challenge is perfect for you. Be right and get free Chipotle on us. You're welcome. That's it. Again, no catch. All right? Cool. On that note, we're going to transition to college basketball, and I think that will do it for our show after we talk about that. Yeah. just another side note, if you are a college student and you're interested in being a Wunderfan ambassador, this is for you. Again, you join the team. Wunderfan, we're a rocket ship. I mean, we are just going into orbit, and there is no ceiling on our potential right now. We'd love to continue growing across the country, and we need your help to be our boots on the ground at each university to help spread the word and help Wunderfan grow across the campuses. Join the team. We got great payment, great compensation, great benefits, and awesome rewards if you hit milestones for even more bonuses. Yes, actual real cash. No, you don't get, we're not just going to send you merch and say, thanks for working. Here's a t-shirt. No, we'll compensate you. We're trying to get users across the country, no matter how big or small their school is, whether you go to Alabama or Occidental. If you've never heard of Occidental, it's a beautiful school here in Southern California, but it's about this big. It's a nice school, though. Apply on social media. Send us a DM if you're interested and join us. Hop on the Wunderfan wagon. It's never too late. Okay, college basketball. I owe an apology to every SEC fan that I may have pissed off. I'm really sorry that your football teams are more mid than you'd like them to be. I'm really sorry about that. And no, this is not rage bait. It's just the truth. You have this vision that SEC football is like here, like this high ground that just doesn't exist. Yes, you have great talent that comes through, but just like Brian Kelly can't do jack shit with the resources he has at LSU, all those guys are now going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year awards in the NFL. You may be wasting opportunity there with your football teams, just not running away with it every year. Your basketball is very different. I owe you an apology because SEC basketball is as real as this hand that's on my arm. Like, there is nothing, nothing could have prepared me for the level of shock I had when I just checked in on the SEC basketball standings. I told you over the weekend, I watched Vanderbilt upset Kentucky. That was Vanderbilt's second AP top 10 win of the year. And I thought to myself, wow, is this team just like some scrappy, near 500 team that's going to try and sneak their way into the tournament? Maybe not, but great season. Like, okay, this is, or do they suck and they just step up for big games? That'd be fun. It'd be a fun piece of content. Whatever it was, I was curious and I wanted to just look into their standings. And I was like, whoa, they've only lost 4 times. So they're actually really, really good. 16-4. That's a great record. So I figured, wait a minute, is Vandy are they putting something in the water in Vandy sports right now? It's like a, promising young football program and like a top tier basketball program. Nope. No, they're just in 8th place, 16-4. That's ridiculous. 16-4 in any other conference, that gets you like the role of governor in your state. 16-4 in the Big Ten, that's like you're almost a 1 seed in the NCAA tournament. You're presumed royalty. 16-4 is like, oh, wait a minute. This is a blue blood. We got to talk and they're 8th place. 7 other teams are above them. I know we're all good at math. Watch this. That's not even where the threshold really gets cooking. There's like 12 teams in the SEC that are like maybe at most possess 5 or 6 losses. The SEC might send 12 teams to the NCAA tournament. That's bigger than most conferences. Is the amount of teams they'll just send that are shoe-ins. There might be some, but how many teams are in the SEC? 14, 15? More? They may send 80% of their whole conference. And not because it's like, oh, you have to, because it's the SEC, they have money. No, because they're really good. And I don't want to see Temple or some mid-major who's we're going to get 4 from the American Athletic Conference. No. Give me 12 from the SEC because 10 of those teams can win the whole thing. So I'm really sorry to SEC fans if you despise me during the fall. You're going to love me from now until the spring. Because I'm not your biggest fan, because that's not correct. We just met. But I'll be your biggest new foreign supporter. SEC basketball is foreign to me. I've always appreciated the Kentuckys and recently the Auburns and the Tennessees, but I never thought like Vanderbilt would be, sniffing around a 16-4 record as 8th place. I didn't think, sure, Florida, you had, Billy Donovan and Joakim Noah and the various teams that just kicked ass in the mid 2000s. Yeah, sure. Give you that. I didn't think freaking Mississippi State and Friends and Oklahoma and all these just teams that were like, what? I don't know. I'll read you the schedule just so that you can. I wonder if my excitement's just too much, but this is incredible. Here are the standings. Auburn 1, Bama 2, Florida 3, Missouri 4, Tennessee 5, Mississippi State 6, Vanderbilt 7. So they're 7, not 8. Excuse me. A&M 8, Mississippi 9, Kentucky 10, Texas 11, Oklahoma 12, Georgia 13. There's 16 schools in the SEC. Do you know what last place is? Last place is 500. South Carolina is 10-10. Like, if South Carolina wins like 8 more games or 6 more games, like they could go. And every single team in the SEC has at least a 500 record. That's incredible. Granted, South Carolina has never won in the SEC, so they're probably not going to go. But that's not the point. The conference is really good. Anyways, I've never seen that. Bama has an absolute Goliath of a schedule going forward, by the way. Somebody said this is like the hardest basketball closing stretch in the regular season in the history of the sport. Listen to this. So Bama has 7 games left. Well, that's not true. I'm sorry. There's way more than 7 games left, but listen to the last 7 games that Bama has to play. This is crazy. You go to number 1 Auburn, you host, I'm all over the place. The ref bit just threw me off. Bama hosts number 1 Auburn, and they go to number 22 Missouri, and they host number 9 Kentucky, and they host number 14 Mississippi State, go to number 6 Tennessee, host number 5 Florida, then go back to number 1 Auburn. I mean, iron sharpens iron, I guess. Can a nuclear bomb sharpen other nuclear bombs? Or does everyone just die? Analogy makes no sense, but you get the point. This is crazy. I saw this really cool stat. This stat's it's just so funny. Florida State is a great school that we have Wunderfan influence over there. I saw a really cool stat, though. Last week, there was more snowfall in Tallahassee, where Florida State's located, than the amount of wins Florida State football got last year. There was 2.1 inches of snowfall in Tallahassee, and Florida State got 2 wins. That's never happened ever. Think about that. It takes like a real climate disaster or a real shitty season for that to happen. And both happened. Like, think if Tallahassee gets like a blizzard, 5-6 inches of snow, at the very least, like Florida State, if they're competent, can still outgain the amount of inches of snow with their wins. But Florida State was so bad, like historic snowfall in Tallahassee, and Florida State still could not outgain them with wins. They lost to them. What's more impressive, the amount of snowfall or the lack of wins? I mean, both. This has never been seen from a snowfall or wins. Well, as of late, especially from a team that was probably trying to win a natty. with DJ. You need to get a job, Lay. Hope I didn't just screw up his name. But yeah, that was that's tough. Yeah, it really wasn't raining winds over there or snowing. No, too soon. Yeah. Yep. There wasn't a whole lot of ice in the veins because snow melted. I'm done with that. Okay. That's pretty much it. I got all the things I want to talk about. No voicemails. Not ones I could repeat, at least. They're all very naughty. And no live callers today. That's actually kind of nice. I just got to talk about my stuff. Join us again on Friday. We will be polling winners for the Pro Bowl. And that'll be really fun. The Pro Bowl, again, is a great opportunity for teams that didn't just miss out on the Super Bowl. So like the Niners, I'd love to see Kittle and the guys in the Pro Bowl because we've been eliminated for months. Some really cool features are coming in the Wunderfan app, by the way. Really cool features. I don't want to give too much away, but come March, the way you watch and consume games on your phone and how you reward, it's going to change everything. Your Wunderfan will be a household name by March. Guarantee it. If we aren't already. I don't know. I mean, I'd like to say that we're growing at a crazy rate, but by March, mark my words, Wunderfan will, you'll know what Wunderfan is. And in fact, you'll be stoked every time Wunderfan comes up because it's only good news for you. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay. That's all I got today. Pretty light day, except of course for the burden I had to carry for the first half of the show, just talking about the yuck that we had to watch yesterday. And that's it. That's all I got, guys. We will see you on Friday for the Pro Bowl announcement ticket giveaway. We'll do a live drawing for those tickets on Friday. So yes, once again, Wunderfan's giving away 2 tickets to the Pro Bowl. We will give the tickets away Friday on our Wunderfan show right here live on Wunderfan's YouTube channel at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Good luck to all that enter. Of course, my condolences to any wounded Bills or Commanders fans. If you're a Commanders fan, every game that you still played in January was house money. Let's face it. The expectation for you guys this year was peanuts. Peanuts. You were thinking about growth, thinking about where we could be in 3 years, and you were playing for an NFC title in your first year with this new guy. Give me a break. There should be not one sad face. You had no defense. You had no defense. You had no shot. You can't beat a team by scoring 55 points a game. The cardiac Commanders, someone's going to have cardiac arrest. So if I see any Commanders communications on social, like we were robbed, we should have beat them, it was the matchup we wanted. Dude, you couldn't tackle anybody. Saquon, he ended the game on the first snap. His first touch, your game was over. You had no answer for tackling. So, sorry. But if, you see your guys at the Pro Bowl, that'll be fun. Just don't be salty about it. Okay, enough rage bait. Ciao.